Well, the reviews are in.
Red Tide gave me blue balls. A pale person wrote the finale. Red Tide belongs in AHS stories. The violin boy was the best character this season.
After 6 episodes, Red Tide has come to an end to what I think we can all agree was a lackluster ending to a season that was on its way to be in my top 3. It wasn't so much bad as it was unfulfilling. There were so many setups that weren't paid off, like Lyme disease, and many of the characters who they built up died generic deaths, and those who were the most evil pretty much got away with it. Alma. But look, we still have 4 more episodes left in the season, and we still aren't 100% sure how Red Tide connects with Death Valley. So like any good AHS fan, I cling on to hope only to be disappointed time and time again. So join me on this disappointment train as we sink our teeth into this episode. There's still a lot of cool stuff to unpack. And remember to like and subscribe, I'm breaking down every episode of the season. We start in Provincetown Harbor, and all I can think of is how far we are from the Dick Dock. A local fisherman discovers the body of Chief Burleson, who died at the hands of Alma in episode 3. So Harry probably didn't do the best job at disposing of the body. Meanwhile, the town council, headed by Martha Edwards, who we saw introduce the Gardner family to their home in episode 1, listens to complaints by the locals. Among them is Officer Jan Remy, who seems to be the only one who cares about Officer Burleson. You may remember the actress who plays Officer Remy as Butchie May from season 7's Cult. The town is pretty dismissive of Remy's claim that Burleson was murdered. That's because we'll see the town and talented ones, which Holden Vaughn calls gluttons, are working together. In exchange for a place to feed in the winter, the town gets the renown of having famous artists gather in their village. And the last thing the town needs are front-page newspaper articles about local murders that would scare off their much-needed summer tourists.
The gays might stop coming.
And I also love how they have all these LGBTQ flags in the background, which is totally just for show. These guys don't care at all about LGBTQ issues, they just want that sweet, sweet summer money.
But as you see, it's a beautiful day, the beaches are open, and people are having a wonderful time.
In this way, the town isn't unlike the gluttons, they just feed off money instead of blood. Now, this entire scene is 5 minutes long. It's pretty big for an episode which is only about 35 minutes, and you could take this scene out and the story would pretty much be the same. We never see Officer Remy investigate the murder, nor Holden Vaughn make good on his word that he would take care of her. Now, there was this shot from the preview footage, but it looks as though it was cut. The purpose of this scene was to get Holden to tell the gluttons to stop being so sloppy with their kills. In reality, the town hall scene could have been cut and replaced with one line of dialogue from Holden where he tells Belle Noire and Austin that a new officer is in town and they need to be careful. When Holden, Belle, and Austin chat, we get some more clarity on how this winter-summer cycle works. The pale ones recede into the woods during the summer, and the gluttons A, don't feed on anyone in town, and B, don't feed on anyone after Memorial Day. This allows the town to enjoy the summer tourist season without scaring anyone away. Holden basically tells Austin and Belle that if they don't care of this problem, he and the council will make their lives a living hell.
I stopped Burger King from opening in this town. I can stop you too.
At the Gardner residence, Ursula reads Harry's latest script, which he calls a masterpiece. He wants this to be his last screenplay, live off the earnings of his projects, and to stop taking the pill forever. I mean, the dude basically lost his wife last episode, and that's also something I didn't like about this finale. No Doris. I truly felt the bad guys, like the chemist, Ursula, and Alma, got away with their bad deeds with no repercussions, while, in my opinion, the most ironically fulfilling ending would have been Doris eating Alma. The woman who gave her life becomes the person who becomes her death. I'd also accept Alma being stabbed by a violin bow. Upon arriving home to retrieve some insane brain's vitamin supplements, Harry and Alma find that Eli, the baby, has been kidnapped by Belle Noire. Note here that Ursula was in the house when this happened. She probably knew what was going on, and this all feeds into her big plan. While Alma and Harry go to get Eli, Ursula makes her way to the graveyard to confront the Pale Ones. She tells them that a new pill has been made which may reverse their disorder. It's stronger, with no side effects. At Belle's, baby Eli is the centerpiece of a baby charcuterie board. Harry explains that they're off the pills and he just wants Eli back so they can leave. But Belle and Austin have had enough, and just as Harry is about to be attacked, the house is overrun by Pale Ones, killing Austin and Belle in the process. And there's something about this that kinda seemed unfulfilling, for them to just go out like this, but let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. Turns out Ursula has been working with the chemist and was given old rejected pills that make the Pale Ones attack both the talented and and those who have taken the pill, so Ursula is safe. If you remember at the end of episode 5, Ursula and Alma go off to visit the chemist. We never see what happened in this meeting, but it was likely here that they decided to team up and undertake this plan. Ursula saves Harry in the nick of time, while just a few moments later, Alma will kill her father. She has to be the greatest, and she is willing to do anything for it. Ursula says they'll frame Harry as the strung-out Hollywood writer on drugs who went on a killing spree, and to me this doesn't make any sense, because then how will she sell all his scripts? You'd be like, hey, anyone interested in Charles Manson's latest thriller? At the end of the episode, she'll even tell these students at a screenplay seminar that Harry Gardner's work went on to sweep all the awards, and I'm like, if he was framed for being a serial killer, would he be winning all these awards? Would his projects have even been made?
I mean, is there anything Hollywood hasn't fucked up in the end?
Ursula tells the chemist they'll get her all set up in LA. If you remember back in episode 3, Ursula offered a deal in which the chemist would get a cut of every deal her clients made who were on the black pill. Over the last few videos, I've questioned what the chemist's motivations were, and for it to be stilled to, oh, she just wants money, fell flat for me. Using the black pill to take down dirty racist cops is a far more interesting angle, but it's never set up and it's only given brief screen time. The chemist also has this military background that's never explored, and we know the government and military will play a larger role in Death Valley, so it's entirely possible we may see more of her ahead. The three other things that may link these two parts are Ursula, Alma, and the black pill, but for the most part I think it'll be the chemist and the black pill which tie these two parts together. Alma auditions to be an orchestral violinist. We saw her have flashbacks of this when she initially took the pill in episode 2. Her audition piece is by Paganini, the same piece she struggled to play before taking the black pill.
Don't be jealous because I found inspiration and you can't play fucking Paganini.
And Alma's a little cocky biatch here, telling the other competitor she'll win because she is better than him, even without having heard him play. But Rory, that other competitor, sees something that Alma does not. Yes, she might be a child prodigy, but those are a dime a dozen. People will come to see the 9-year-old play, but then become disinterested. He equates her to being the bearded lady in a freak show, a callback to Kathy Bates' character in season 4. He even eats some peanuts here while talking with her, peanuts being a staple of the circus. But it's Alma who gets the last laugh, killing Rory and eating his peanuts. Some of you may not know, but I'm a screenplay writer myself, so this last scene really hit close to home. In LA, there are tons of these secrets to unlocking success in screenwriting seminars, a lot of them done by grifters who've never sold a screenplay in their life. This particular seminar is called Master the Art of Storytelling, and if you look closely, you can make out one of the first steps is the Siren's Call. This is poking fun at a particular screenwriting method called the hero's journey, which I actually have a video on using Macaulay Culkin and Home Alone, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. Ursula is introduced on stage, and we finally get her last name, Khan. Unfortunately, no significance to the greater AHS universe that I thought there would be. She's upgraded from recruiting screenwriters at Starbucks and has given these poor souls black pills. She remarks on how reality isn't a red or blue pill, a Matrix reference, but a black one.
Spit or swallow, the choice is yours.
And through voiceover, as the untalented masses sweep across the streets of LA, Ursula muses that greatness is only achieved from people who are messed up enough to endure the pain of failure. Or for those who have watched this final episode. We see the chemist in the car with Eli, and she refers to herself as his mom. They're off to, quote, a new place to start a new life together, where she says she'll come up with a new drug, perhaps one that will let them live forever. This makes me think of the Afflicted from season 5's Hotel. They feed off human blood and also live forever. So at the moment, the chemist and Eli seem to be the strongest thread to link Red Tide with Death Valley. But no real hint of aliens in this episode, or season for that matter. Of course, I'll continue to watch and do breakdowns, but I'm really curious what you guys think, so drop me a comment below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like and subscribe, and for more bad takes, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ThinkStoryYT. Until next time, remember, Daddy loves you very much.